Hare Krishna, dear devotees. This Prema Rurukshu devotees chant until their beats 3 lakhs, 3 times 64 rounds in every 24 hours, and they find such happiness in the holy name that they cannot spare a moment without him. Then, when no time can be kept in sleep, etc., they become incessant in their bhajana. Repeated remembrance of the meaning of the holy name, as explained by Sri Gopal Guru Goswami, will, by a degrees, drive out all contamination from the nature of the devotee. Then the holy name will appear in person before the spiritual eyes of the devotee. When the Sarupa or form of the holy name fully appears, it is identical with the spiritual form of Krishna. The appearance of the Sarupa of the holy name is the appearance of the Sarupa of Krishna. The more clearly and purely the holy name is visible, the more bhajana proceeds in the presence of his Sarupa. The more do the three elements of which primordial matter is said to be composed, namely sattva, the strand of goodness, rajas, the strand of activity, and tamas, the gloom of pride, haughtiness, etc., of the lowest inherent principle, disappear, and there appear the spiritual attributes of Krishna in the heart of the devotee. Then again, when there is a happy union of the name, form, and attributes of Krishna, and devotees in their bhajana see them. The Leela, pastimes of Krishna, is awakened by the grace of Krishna in their pure heart as soon as they are absorbed in deep and easy natural meditation. The holy name then dances incessantly on their tongue. The form of Krishna is visible to their soul's eye. All the attributes of Krishna are observed in their heart, and bud of Leela blooms in their soul while they are buried in meditation. In this stage, five conditions of the practicing devotees are to be noticed. Strabana dasa, Varana dasa, Smarana dasa, Apana dasa, and Prapanna dasa. The happy mood which the devotee feels at the time of listening to the object of pursuit and the means of hearing from the lips of a true spiritual preceptor may be called Shravanadasa. In this stage, every bit of knowledge about how to chant the holy name without committing any offense to him and of the processes and fitness of chanting the holy name is gained. This facilitates the continuity of the holy name. When fit to receive it, the strung together bits of Nama Prema can be had from Sri Gurudev. The disciple, that is, the disciple with every delight and from the deepest recesses of his heart, cordially welcomes the boon of surrendering himself to the feet of Sri Guru for pure and unalloyed bhajana and receives invigorating strength and faculty from him. This is Varanadasa, the choice of Sri Guru for bhajana by the acceptance of the holy name and strength from him. Remembrance, contemplation, concentration, constant meditation, and trance, final beatitude are the five processes of smarana. From remembrance of the holy name, the devotee thinks of the form which gives him a steady conception of the attributes. This steady conception of the attributes gives him a firm conviction of pursuing the Leela of Krishna and having entrance in the Leela. He is completely absorbed in Krishna Rasa. This is Apana Dasa. By these stages of Smarana and Apana, the devotee can know and adore the eternal and daily Leela of Krishna in 8 different periods of the day. And when he is deeply absorbed in it, he realizes his own self and that of Krishna. The self realized devotees are Paramahamsas. Then, at the time of his departure from this world, the devotee, by the grace of Krishna, becomes an associated counterpart of ideal object of his worship in Braja and thus attains the samambonam of Nama Bhajana. When should all who are seekers after prema leave the stage of a householder and accept sannyas or the fourth stage? The answer is that be he in basti society or solitude in palace or board, be he in the stage of a grihastha or a banaprastha or sannyasi, in whatever stage he may be in, the prema ruruksha should prefer to live in that stage only which will be favorable to the attainment of prema and should at once desert the stage that is burden or antagonistic to his bhajana. In this connection, the lives of Srivas Pandit, Sri Pundrik Vidyanidhi, Sri Ramanand, and other personal attendants of Krishna are worth recollection. They are all born Paramahamsas, Ribhu, Janaka, etc. in the days of yore are seen to be Paramahamsa, even though they lead the lives of householders, while on the contrary, finding household life to be detrimental and a bar to bhajana, Sri Ramanuswami, Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, Sri Madhavendra Puri Goswami, Sri Haridas Thakur, Sri Sanatan Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami all renounced the stage of a householder and accepted sannyas. Krishna's loving beauty is so enamoring that even the god of lust is charmed by him, and Krishna himself, being charmed by his own beauty and loveliness, covets the pleasure enjoyed by the best of his lover, Sri Radha, by lovingly serving such a form as his. So anointing himself with the luster and complexion of Sri Radha, and having been imbued with her ardent longings of love, Krishna is ever dallying in as an exemplary lover of himself as Sri Gauranga. Sri Krishna, the essential nature of the Supreme Being, the only real and eternal truth, is the object of love, and Sri Gauranga, the possessor and distributor of that love. Krishna is simultaneously dallying with his dear consort in the groves of Vrindavan and tasting the extract of love's curse flowing from his consort is Gaurang at Navadip, himself singing Krishna's name and teaching others how to love Krishna and sing his name. In so doing, he distinguishes pointedly the real name identical with the object himself from the apparent or false one which is taken profanely, blasphemously, or in vain. He emphasizes that in this Kali Yuga, worldly people indulge in duplicity, intoxication, sensuality, killing of animals, mercenariness, and so are unable to meditate upon or worship Vishnu and perform Vedic sacrifices. So the chanting of Krishna's name is the only meditation, the only sacrifice, the only worship in this Kali age. The name is the means, the name is the end, but it should be noted with the utmost care that Krishna's name is not a mere combination of letters or utterance, and appearance is not identity. The fire and the glowworm, though similar in appearance, are not identical. The minutest spark of fire, set consciously or unconsciously, seriously or playfully, will instantaneously burn an inflammable thing, whereas 1,000 glowworms will not be able to do that even in 1,000 years. Krishna's name is identical with Krishna himself and pregnant with all the properties and attributes of Krishna. So his name, unlike all the other names, is full of energy, perfect, eternal, pure, devoid of illusion, and eternally free. Oh, I think we have just one more paragraph at page 108. Shall I finish? Or? Yeah.
Yeah, finish.
Yes, Prabhu. Where I was.
Yeah, maybe otherwise we can finish tomorrow, Mother. That's okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay. Okay, so I'll stop here. Going to almost finish this book. I'll just summarize what I understood from today's reading. That it's mentioned that when we spend more and more time in chanting the holy name, it drives out all the contamination from the nature of the devotee. Then the holy name will appear in person before the spiritual eyes of the devotees. The appearance of Swarup of holy name is appearance of Swarup of Krishna. So Krishna's name and Krishna are non-different. But we have to practice more and more, like chant more and more to get into that stage. The name, the more clearly and purely the holy name is visible, the more bhajana proceeds, and all the dirty things or all the contaminations they gradually disappear. There is a happy union of name, form, and attributes of Krishna, and the Leela of the Lord is awakened by the grace of Krishna in the devotee's heart. And it's mentioned about five different conditions like Savana dasa, Bharana dasa, Smarana, Apana dasa, and Prapana dasa. Savana dasa is like how to chant without committing any offenses. That stage is gained. Then Bharana dasa is like choice of Sri Guru for bhajana by the acceptance of holy name and strength from him. Then Smarana dasa is like remembrance, contemplation, concentration, constant meditation, etc. Then Apanadasa is complete absorption in Krishna Rasha. Devotees like when is deeply absorbed in Krishna Rasha realizes his own self and that of Krishna. So that stage, in that stage, they are known as Paramahamsas. Then it is mentioned that how any stage is, it doesn't matter whether you are in a grihastha or sannyasa. It doesn't matter in any stage you can get that Krishna prema. So like many they remain in grihastha stage and still achieve that. Example is given Janaka and another person. Then it is mentioned that many even they left grihastha life mm, to to attend that stage like Sri Haridas Thakur, Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, then Sanatan Goswami. Then it is mentioned also that Krishna is the only real and eternal truth, and he is the object of love. And Gaurang Mahaprabhu, the possessor and distributor of that love. And also, it is mentioned that in Kali Yuga, chanting of holy name is the only meditation. Chanting is the only sacrifice, the only worship. We know that Kevalastakam, when we sing, it's like after every stanza is mentioned that Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Uh, I think then it is mentioned that Krishna's name is full of energy. It's perfect, eternal, pure, devoid of illusion, and eternally free. Example of fire and the glowworm is given. Like even glowworm, if they give their light for 1,000 years, it's of no use. But a spark of fire is like better than that. So yeah, like Krishna's name is full with energy and that much power. So that much power. We have to chant more and more and with more concentration without any offenses. So we can also gradually get that that Russia and that in and like reach to that stage. That's my understanding is from today's reading. We can go for